Hi everyone and welcome to this week's Cyber Risk Engineering. I'm going to look at the attacker's perspective this week. So I'm going to give you 3 ways that you can scope up your penetration tests and red team exercises to make sure that you've got sufficient information to validate your network topology setup, your web application, your risk model, if you like. That's what we're going to be discussing here in this week, the attacker's perspective. So first thing to note is that scope is everything. When it comes to scoping red team exercises and penetration tests, you must make sure that you cover the attack surface in its entirety. You as a tester also have a responsibility to look at that scope in an exhaustive manner. Make sure that no stone is left unturned. And if you do find something from a scoping perspective that requires more time and you're not able to exploit it in the time allocated for the test, report it back. That's really key in terms of saying that I didn't have time to look at this, but now I need, and I suggest that we look at it in another test. Secondly, it's very important once you find one way in, not to focus on that way. Very often I see penetration testers that get caught up in the adrenaline and the rush of one hack. They exploit one method to its entirety. Yes, do that. That's very important. But also make sure that you cover all your bases. So from the attack surface perspective, if there's other ways in, don't go into one dimension of depth, but focus on the breadth of the test as well. Thirdly, it's okay to admit defeat. Not a lot of people say this, but very often people don't write in reports what's needed to validate that controls are operating effectively, and that's okay. There's a lot of exercises that have gone into building the platform that you're testing. So therefore, if you look at things from an attacker's viewpoint, then when I get a report, I need to see that the controls are working effectively. So that validation is very critical in terms of understanding what has gone well in building an organization's defenses. Finally, report objectively. So there's no need for a subjective and, if you like, expertise and opinions in reports. Report in a way that allows people to validate what it is that you've done. Reproduce those steps in a manner that's consistent with the skill set of a red team tester or a penetration tester. So that's a really important step that allows that objectivity to be in the report. So there you have it. 3 things to look out for when scoping red team exercises and penetration tests, having that attacker's viewpoint, that attacker's perspective in mind. Thank you for watching.